Do you like free? How about some free cash valued between $50 to $1,300? If your answer is yes, then you like Moomoo, who's sponsoring today's video. Moomoo is a low-commission trading app in Canada. As a Canadian DIY investor in stocks and real estate for more than 20 years, I also trade options like Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors in the world. I'm going to share one of the most important information about trading options on the Moomoo app to help you decide whether to stay with your current stock app or move over to Moomoo. A huge issue in Canada is that there's so many ways to buy and sell stocks, but when it comes to trading options, not only is it super expensive, like up to $10 a trade for a lot of trading apps, which is maddening, in my humbled opinion, because there's just a lack of competition in Canada. Some of the folks are getting a little too comfy and don't feel the pressure to add functionality and make it super easy peasy for users like me and you to use. Well, that's changing now. Beyond the super low trading commissions and the live data, the app also offers million-dollar paper trading accounts, free education, extensive analysis tools, and allows you to trade pre-market and after hours and short sell stocks. In today's video, I'm going to cover the 3 best features on the Moomoo app, in my humble opinion. I'll also cover who's it for and who's it not for. I'll also do a live demo of the options trading platform, and I'll also cover options taxes. This is super important if you're going to be trading options in Canada, whether you're investing your TFSA or in a non-registered account. For those of you who are already familiar with the Moomoo app, please feel free to jump into the timestamps below that you're interested in. One of my favorite parts about the Moomoo app is the cheap commissions on trading options. They're cheaper than many of the platforms that I've looked into. They'll charge 90 cents per contract with a minimum of $1.50, plus they'll have real-time options chains so that you can get market quotes faster. And this is really important, you get free live level 2 data. This is the only brokerage account that you can get this for free in Canada. Also, I love that they have a real-time options calculator. Nerd alert! I also really like the unusual options activity, so you can monitor large market orders. By tracking these large market orders, you can see the inflow and outflow of large institutional traders and investors and get some ideas for potential options trading opportunities. Next one is cheaper currency exchanges. Many brokerages charge conversion fees of 1% or more. For example, Wealthsimple Trade and Questrade charges 1.5%. So exchanging $1,000 Canadian to US dollars will cost you $15, which is like boo. With Moomoo, they'll charge you a flat rate of 0.09% plus $2. So that means if you're exchanging $1,000 of Canadian to American, it only costs you $2.90. This instantly makes Moomoo incredibly competitive in Canada for buying and selling US stocks. My favorite part, there are no minimum fees for opening a trading account in Moomoo, unlike a lot of brokerage accounts. There is more free stuff that Moomoo offers. First is company valuation. I personally pay more than $10 a month to get company valuations, but Moomoo offers this for free so that you can compare your companies like price per book, price per earnings, all these company valuations for free. Number 2, there are analyst ratings. Now, typically you would have to go to Tip Ranks and pay for a premium fee and get all those features, but they offer for free so that you can get the analyst ratings on the companies that you're looking at. So that it helps you decide whether investing in that stock is worth it to you. There's financial news. Now, this is usually a paid feature. Like if you want access to Barron's, you're gonna have to subscribe, but Moomoo offers this for free. Plus they have free investing education where you can even learn how to trade options. One more thing before I jump into the demo of the Moomoo trading app, the customer support. Now, typically to get phone support, you'd have to invest $100,000, but not Moomoo. They give this to you for free. Oh, it's my AMD price alert. I've been trading options on AMD for about a couple years. And I've been testing this platform, the Moomoo app, for quite a while. Now let's check out some sexy stock charts and options chains so you can see the put and call options chain. Warning! Please don't invest with money you need to pay the bills. including selling options and buying options and pretending you are a hotshot trader with a rented Lambo. Now, scrolling down, here's one of my favorite calculators, which is the options calculator. What you can do with this is just set a theoretical price that you're comfortable with and then simulate different scenarios. Another thing that I occasionally look at, which is unusual options activities. This gives me ideas. So typically I have to jump to another platform to find where the big institutional investors and traders are making these big orders, but Moomoo has this integrated within their platform. Another thing I do before I make my trade is I look at the implied volatility within the specific contract, but also within the market. Now, I like to trade when there's high volatility because the premiums are juicier. So I'm forecasting what are the different scenarios in a future date, and they have this integrated within the platform. As promised, I want to talk about who's this platform for and who's it not for. For those who are very interested in like a couch potato method where simply investing in indexes, but you're never going to advance in your investor's hat, like into options, into more active investing, buying, selling US stocks, I would say Moomoo probably isn't for you. But if you could see yourself evolving from a couch potato method where you're just simply investing in indexes, but then you want to buy and sell US stocks, and you could definitely see yourself active in options, well, definitely Moomoo is a huge contender here because there just isn't that many competitors in Canada, and it's really expensive with all the other platforms. Now let's talk about taxes. Bottom line, I'm not a financial advisor. I am not a tax advisor. So please do your own due diligence and consult with a tax advisor. Okay, now that I got out of the way, I'm going to share my humble opinion and what I've heard from my own accounts. Nerd alert, I've spent dozens and dozens of hours researching and reading over very boring tax materials and spent thousands of dollars working with my own accountant to understand the tax implications when trading options. If you found this helpful, please comment, invest, share some love. Otherwise, I might be sad. Bottom line upfront, for most people, the gains and losses from puts and calls on non-registered accounts are likely going to be treated as capital gains because most of you probably have 9-to-5 jobs and trading fairly infrequently, and this is not your full-time job. However, if you're in the business of selling options, education, and making options more of your full-time income, then definitely that's going to be treated as a business and going to be taxed as ordinary income. For example, if you make $10,000 in profit in the entire year buying and selling options and your marginal tax is 30%, then your capital gains tax rate, which is 50% of $10,000, which means it's $5,000, would be taxed at 30%. What are the tax implications if it's in the TFSA? If you traded a dozen times in your TFSA, and again, you don't treat options as replacement of your 9-to-5 job, you don't offer options education, trading courses, so basically you're not running a side business and you're just trading options infrequently, like 10 times a year, and you made $10,000 in profit in your TFSA, that's likely going to be treated as tax-free income because it's in your tax-free savings account. But the moment you make $300,000 in trading profits through your TFSA and you only make, say, $100,000 in your salary, CRA might look a little bit more closely at you. Here's some quick criteria that qualifies how CRA is going to look at you. Number one, how frequently do you trade? If you trade daily, that may qualify you as taxable income. Number two is how much money are you making from day trading? Number three, are you using borrowed money for trading? Number four, dividends. Okay, typically day traders don't hold on to securities that pay you dividends. Number five is knowledge and experience. If you're spending majority of time analyzing investment information and providing day trading courses and education, and you've spent years and years as an investor, as a day trader, well, CRA might look at you a lot more closely. Thank you to Moomoo for sponsoring today's video. If you love free and free money, then if you deposit $100, you can get $50 of cash vouchers. And if you deposit $100,000 into your trading account, you can get up to $1,300 in cash vouchers. Or an Apple gift card, which is amazing. Now, if you want to learn more about Moomoo, check out in the links below. Bye!